Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Talkn Tennis podcast, the only tennis podcast you need to be listening to get your tennis fix as we recap the two first-time winners at Roland Garros and then, of course, turn our attention to the grass court season, which has kicked off this week. I won't be here to do it alone, though. I'm joined, as always, by my two partners in crime. Firstly, the man to my left is going to take a full-time gambling on tennis after predicting Mirra Andreeva to win Roland Garros. It's Chrissy P. How are you, Chris?
Good evening, Adam. Doing well this evening. And yeah, that thought did cross my mind when Andreeva took out the Roland Garros. And geez, I don't know if I'd last a week full-time gambling. I reckon I'd probably have to ask for my job back pretty quickly because it's pretty hard to predict tennis. But good on Andreeva for winning. And yes, I did pick her. I will let my people, my followers know. I always like to remind my wins, and I try and forget about my losses.
Just pretend they didn't happen at all. I only get betting slips from you for winners, not for losers.
That's right. You get the green ticks, and we don't talk about the rest. Yeah.
It's always after the fact as well.
Mm.
Yes. I'm also joined by a man to my virtual right who's going to be on double podcast duty for the next 6 weeks with the World Cup kicking off tomorrow. It's Vajos. How are you, Adrian?
I'm very well. Very glad to be here. And what a time to be alive right now with Kyrgios back, World Cup about to start. I tell you, there's no better time to be a sports fan right now. That's for sure.
Don't forget Serena back as well, Adrian.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yep, Serena. Oh, silly me. That one.
Not high on your returns. You're more interested in the Kyrgios return, not the Serena return.
Maybe if she was going into the singles route, then I would have maybe cared a bit more. But it doesn't really count. Doubles.
Okay.
Yeah. I join my American mates and Bublik in the Who Gives a Rat's Ass doubles right now.
It's a bit rich from him because he's playing doubles right now at the moment, isn't he?
Well, yeah. Well, stranger things have happened in the world of tennis.
They have. We will talk all about Serena, much to Chris and Adrian's chagrin, but we will discuss it. And who knows, maybe she's potentially got US Open singles run lined up later in the year. You never know.
Maybe.
Before we do that, though, we're going to discuss Roland Garros that obviously wrapped up over this past weekend. Alexander Zverev is finally a Grand Slam champion. The German got the job done on Sunday, beating first-time finalist Flavio Cobolli 6-1, 4-6, 6-4, 6-7, 6-1 to land his maiden major at the fourth time of asking. It was a 4-hour and 16-minute slog, finally winning the big one after Grand Slam losses to Thiem, obviously at the 2020 US Open, Alcaraz here in 2024, and then Sinner at last year's Australian Open. He is the first German man, I should say, to win Roland Garros since Hanna Henkel in 1937, and the first German to win any major since Boris Becker in 1996. Cobolli was all class in defeat, telling Zverev he deserved it and leaves Paris as the world number 10. Mr. Adrian, is this the first of many Grand Slams to come for Mr. Zverev, do you think?
Absolutely not.
No. Okay.
No,
What's
not.
not?
Yeah,
Why is
definitely
that?
not.
Why not?
How lucky was he with what had transpired throughout that tournament? Djokovic out, knocked out by Prismic, I think it was, in the first round or so.
Fonseca. Getting your tournaments mixed up.
I was thinking of that, but anyway, Sinner out early. Everyone was licking their lips and thinking, now's our chance. And, if he wasn't going to win it then, he was never going to win one because he's certainly not winning one once Sinner is back or Alcaraz. Absolutely no chance. Yeah, he was so blessed.
I can't say I agree. I'm gonna have an opposing view. I think that when Alcaraz returns, he's not going to just return back to his dominant ways. I think there's going to be a breaking in process, and he'll be very vulnerable probably in his first 3 months. So, assuming he returns sometime after Wimbledon and probably in the American hard court swing, he will be probably vulnerable then. But then if we turn to Sinner, I'm not fully convinced that it was just the heat and he'll just play his brilliant best if it's like perfect conditions. So I think Alcaraz question marks on him in his first 3 months, but Sinner, I don't know. I think there's something more there. I don't think the sun is his biggest threat. I think there's some underlying issues with when it comes to 5-setters and when it comes to accumulating load in the legs, hours on court. So Zverev is fit. Zverev, despite him not playing the top players or having pretty much an easy draw, for a guy that's 6'5", 6'6", moves exceptionally well, he can handle himself in the best of 5 over 2 weeks. So I think if he has a favourable draw, Sinner's maybe not there for whatever reason, or maybe not 100%. The same thing with Alcaraz. He could take out US Open.
Oh, I also respectfully disagree with
your rebuttal.
I totally get the fact that, there's a warming up period, especially for Alcaraz. He's been out for quite some time and he will need that time to adjust. He's not going to come out guns blazing. I think after the grass section, he's going to come back for the hard court in prep for US Open. Is that right?
We assume so at this stage. We don't know. He's pulled out of Wimbledon, and we're hoping he's back sooner rather than later, but no one really knows at the moment. I agree that there will be a bit of a period where he'll need to, or he won't be at his best. Sinner, on the other hand, there is something more, I don't know, sinister going on behind the scenes. We don't know what it is, but and I know we saw a little insight to that at the Aussie Open with Sinner, with issues. He attributed that to the heat at that stage as well. Was that right? But again, now that it's happened again, we don't really know. But I don't know. I think there's more of a mental block with Zverev when he comes across Sinner. I don't think Sinner needs to be at 100% to beat Zverev. I think most of the match is already done once Zverev sees the draw and he knows he's coming up against Sinner. It's a big hurdle. What are the numbers against him? He's 0 and something ridiculous. 7.
0 and 7.
Chris rattled off the numbers last week.
That's right. Yeah.
Adrian, I take your point. I do take your point, but at the same time, look, the draw, the fact that it happened at Roland Garros on clay, I think favoured Zverev with Alcaraz not playing, with Sinner falling out early. But you've got to take your opportunities as well. And you look at all the other guys who are in there, your Demonors, your Fritzes, your Sheltons, even your Medvedevs, your Bubliks. These are top 10 guys who were there, and none of them took the opportunity. All of them out early, the exception of Auger-Aliassime, who probably did better than most thought, making a quarterfinal at the French Open. Those guys didn't take their chance. Zverev did. He dropped one set before he got to the final. It all worked out for him, but you got to take your chances. There was a chance for these guys that I just rattled off who haven't won a Grand Slam, with the exception of Medvedev. There's your chance. You got to take it, and they didn't do it.
And I think you need to give Zverev some credit because he's Mr. Consistent at the slams. You see him in the second week. You see him quarters, semis. He's there. He gets himself into those opportunities. So his fitness is not to be questioned. He's in good health. And maybe after his maiden slam, he comes out with a renewed sense of confidence. So we'll see.
I was thinking that too. I think I know I did mention about that mental block against Sinner, but interesting to see what that win, the Grand Slam win, does for him and his confidence. And there's no questioning his consistency against anyone ranked below him. There's no question in that. But it'd be very interesting to see what goes on from here. I still think that your Sinner and Alcaraz are a class above Zverev, and I can't see him beating them in a final. But again, who knows?
I don't think the Sinner demons go away for Zverev even after this win. It didn't help his confidence just generally, but that the Sinner issues are still there, so he's still got to work through them. One, Chris, I will ask. I think with all this happening on clay, I think that helps Zverev being one of his more favourable services. Had this happen at the US Open or Aussie Open, where Alcaraz doesn't play, Sinner drops in the second round or third round, whenever he fell, Djokovic falls early. Do you think Zverev still goes on and wins it, or do you think he is potentially challenged by others on a more favourable surface at, say, the US Open or Aussie Open? Or do you think just the stars aligned for him on this one because everybody just fell off? It's not his fault.
Yeah, you could argue that as well. There's a lot of players on tour who prefer to play on hard court. That might have gone further or even pushed Zverev to a greater extent into 5 sets in the earlier rounds on hard court. But we can't discount the fact that Zverev, was very, very close of being a US Open champion as well. But team took that away from him. But he's got the confidence now. Confidence can take you so far in tennis.
Yeah, I think he's worth an outside bet. Not that we're promoting gambling in this podcast, but he's worth an outside bet potentially at the US Open. I don't know about grass though.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, grass is so tricky. But we're going to dissect that later, I'm sure.
We will. We'll move on to the women's side, lads. We got another first time Grand Slam champion on the women's side. Mirra Andreeva is your French Open Roland Garros Grand Slam champion at just 19 years of age. The Russian handled the wind, the nerves, and the Polish crowd roaring for her opponent, beating 114th ranked qualifier Major Swialinska 6-3, 6-2 for her very first major. Andreeva is now the youngest woman to win Roland Garros since Monica Seles, going way back to 1992. Hell of an achievement for somebody that young. Spear of thought for her opponent, though. She was chasing her first, she was chasing history to become the first qualifier ever to win Roland Garros. She had the crowd behind her, but she had no answers for Andreeva once the Russian found her range. The poll, however, leaves a hero in Paris. Adrian, you'll love this. Her rankings rocketing nearly 100 spots to 21 and her career prize money tripling in just 3 weeks. Classy in defeat to Seychelles the crowd. She was sorry and that she would never forget it. Chris, is Mirra Andreeva the girl that you picked pre-tournament to win it? Is she the next horse to be reckoned with in the women's game?
I think force to be reckoned with is a very strong call, and no, she's not the force to be reckoned with, but she's a player that took her opportunities when they presented it themselves. And Sabalenka not being there, the draw opened up. She played a qualifier in the final, going in as the favourite at 19 years old. Maiden final as well for a Grand Slam. So it was hers to lose as far as I'm concerned. But it's good for her, obviously, for her development, for her confidence as well. I mean, Andreeva, it's like we've heard that name for years now, but she's come onto the scene as a young 16, 17 definitely, maybe even 16.
15, I think.
15. Well, there you go.
True, yeah.
So, look, but yeah, she's been knocking on the door for a long time. How high can she go? Well, it's her mental aspect is probably her biggest weakness in her game right now, and the lead-up tournaments for Andreeva when she's telling herself like she's not a champion, or she gets negative thoughts when she has to face adversity. And so that's what she needs to get better at, and yeah, it's exciting for her, but it's good that we can address her weaknesses and she can get better at those areas.
I think on that, where she thanked her, not therapist, psychologist, was that, during her speech, I think it was, that they were watching back at home. They weren't there in the player's box, but it was someone along those lines. I don't know if any of you boys recall. her making that comment in her speech. And she acknowledged that the work that she's done pretty much for her mental game in order to achieve this. So I think that speaks volumes to what you were talking about, Chrissy, that she definitely acknowledges that is a part that she needs to work on, and she's definitely doing something about it and paying dividends at the tender age of 19. So, it's incredible to think where she might go from here, considering she's only 19. I was looking at the rankings before, moved up 2 spots, so she's ranked number 6. She actually doesn't have many points to protect, I saw, during the grass swing as well. So, whereas Anisimova has a lot. I think she has like nearly 2,000 or something points, or close to 2,000 to protect during this grass swing. So that could be another jump up into the top 5 by the end of Wimbledon. Top 4, yeah. Iga also has a lot of points to protect in the grass swing as well. So, yeah, it might be a bit of a stretch to jump to 3rd, but she could jump to 4th if she does very, very well at Wimbledon. Yeah, some big moves. And I did see that. 93, Maya Shwelinska, 93 points she jumped. Insane.
93 ranking spots, you mean?
Yeah. Jumps up to the 21st rank player.
When you make a Grand Slam final age, these things happen.
Yeah, insane. Good on her.
There is a thing with not peaking too early, but you get a lot of success early. Swiatek won French Open at a similar age from memory, and now she's sort of in a lean patch. So,
she is a multiple Grand Slam winner.
She is, but she's not playing her best tennis at the moment, Adrian.
Well,
you can admit that. Is there enough?
I'm more of a Andreeva fan, to be honest. It was just that recent call at the Roland Garros, but she's definitely not playing her best, Iga. But you can't knock it. She's still only 25 years old. She's won how many slams? 4.
I want to say 4. It's top of my head.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Can't knock that. If she were to retire right now, that's a solid career.
It's better than some. And we'll talk through some of those. Chris, did you have any final words on Roland Garros? I'm not going to give it another spray after last week. Are
you sure? I think.
And hate mail.
You got a lot of positivity from your rage about Roland Garros. You did quite well, but no, there's no final words. It was quite interesting to see that final between Andreeva and Shwelinska, how it was just a moonball, junk ball special game, and Andreeva handled it well, and you can see that Shwelinska just try and drop shot her and play lots of slices. It was a very obscure final, let's just put it that way.
It was different.
Yeah.
You see that on Sunday afternoon social competition, some of those shots.
Yeah, it was more entertaining than watching a Rybakina Sabalenka final.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
Yes, Andreeva handled the occasion really well, and there was a golfing classes, I think you can fairly say.
Yeah.
And yes, if you want to go listen to me ranting about the French Open, youtube.com/Talkn Tennis podcast. There's a video of me just raging on the French Open for 4 minutes and 44 seconds. So go and check it out. But all the things that the French Open has done badly these past 2 weeks, and hopefully they take a good look at themselves over the next 11 months. Gents, we will fast forward to grass season. I know Adrian wants to talk about this. The Stuttgart ATP 250. I've never cared so much about the Stuttgart ATP 250 until this week. And it's because of one man. He brings in the crowds. He gets Adrian up off his chair, gets Adrian paying attention. Yes, Nicholas Kyrgios, Australia's idol, Australia's number one player, Australia's greatest ever player, some would say. At least some of those that hasn't won a Grand Slam. The big man returns to the tour event for the first time since Brisbane in January. his first singles match, I want to say, I went back and looked at it. I think it was March last year, so it's been a very long time. It's only his seventh match since the end of 2022. He showed no signs of rustiness, Adrian, dispatching Chris's man, Moutet, in round one. Some of the other big names to return this tournament as well include Ben Shelton, Yuri Lehechka, Alexander Bublik, who Kyrgios will be pairing up with in the doubles, and Taylor Fritz, the number one seed, who's back to defend his title. Adrian, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited were you to see Kyrgios in singles action and doubles action as well?
Probably 11. It was fantastic.
Oh, very nice.
That was amazing. What a match, though. And great camaraderie between Kyrgios and Moutet. I think he acknowledged that they are good mates in the locker room and beyond. I think Kyrgios also made a point to point out that Moutet is a good character for tennis and that more people need to get behind him, which is definitely right up Kyrgios's alley. If you got a bloke throwing rackets over the fence or whatever, then it just then you can see why they're good mates. But it was great. Like, one of them will do a good shot, they'd be applauding, they'd say too good or whatever the case was. But Kyrgios looked surprisingly sharp, and that was the surprise for me. Great on serve. In great form. I was not expecting that going into it, but I'm very glad, and I hope he just can continue with that. It's so good for the game. I mean, we're talking about it.
It's good to have him back. He looked really solid. Moutet was doing more the spectacular, the drop shots, the angle shots. He had more of the highlight reel. It was actually Kyrgios was actually much more solid, and he was serving really well. He was 80-something% per serves in, and first serve points won. So he looked more solid. It was Moutet who more had the highlight reel, which is un-Kyrgios-like, I guess, a Kyrgios match. Chris, not sure if you caught too much of it as well. But
no, I did. Yeah, he was very patient throughout his match. He to construct points as well. It's not something we're used to seeing with Kyrgios. He can be very erratic. He can do very cutesy shit, or throw lots of drop shots, or go for the spectacular. We want to see, as entertaining as the tweeners are, or the underarm serves. I think when Kyrgios is at his best, he's doing less of that stuff, and he's just playing good old-fashioned tennis, constructing points, playing to his strengths. Forget about wooing the crowd over with the miracle shots. You just got to play good old boring tennis, and that's what's going to win your matches. You're not there to please the people, you're there to win. So I'm not sure how many underarm serves he did, if he did any, but if he didn't do a single one, I think that is a testament to probably where his head might be at, and is a confidence within how he feels within his own body and his health. So my view on it, the less cutesy shit he does, the better he is feeling and playing. Simple as that.
And I think that's shows probably an indicator of how hard he's actually trying. I feel like he's trying more when he's not doing all that crap. Yeah. It was a very mature, you said patient. Yeah. I think a patient win, the way he played. And I was just going to say before about the surface is so in tune with his style of play. He hits flat. Now, particularly his backhand, he just takes that pace and redirects it, and it's so flat and barely bounces, and it's so hard for the opponent to get there. It's great to watch.
To work with on that shot. It's ball's barely bouncing.
Yeah. He doesn't give up too much court positioning either. So if it means he has to take the backhand quite high or quite hip or waist length as well, he'll take it wherever it is, but he's not going to give up too much baseline depth as well. He's just going to play that baseline and take the backhand wherever it is, whether it's a slice or a two-hand backhand. But you're right, he redirects the ball well, very flat, and it's akin to his playing style. I agree 100%.
Yeah, it'll just be a question of whether his body can hold up over consecutive matches, multiple days. I think they've had some rain there as well, and rain everywhere by the look of it in the tournament this week, and he's in the doubles as well. So I think he's scheduled to play doubles and singles tonight. So I don't know why you're going to put yourself through that in your first tournament back, but I feel like it's kind of one or the other. But hopefully his body can hold up, and I think that'll be the big test for him, trying to do it day in, day out, playing multiple matches. So we will see how he goes.
I feel like it was, sorry, I'll just jump in there. You said it is a bit much for his first tournament back. Maybe it was a case of, I don't know how I'm going to go. If I get knocked out first round on the singles, at least I'm still getting game time with my doubles. I feel like if he does well in the singles here, I can't see him doubling up in a doubles and a singles again. I think he'll just know, okay, my body's feeling good. I'm confident that I can make it into, the second week or make it deep. I'm just going to concentrate on that singles.
Yeah, you're potentially right. It was kind of a test and see. We'll see how we go. The double's a bit of an insurance, just in case he falls early. Particularly when you're not seeded as well. You don't know who you're going to be drawing first up. It's such a small tournament as well. Only 28 actually participants. So, yes. There's another men's tournament going on at the moment over in the Netherlands at the Herkengansbosch tournament. I've definitely butchered the pronunciation of that. The locals got a treat early with Talon Griekspoor taking on Van der Zandschlap, with Griekspoor getting that win and helping my fantasy team as well. Felix Auger-Aliassime is the top seed, while defending champion Gabriel Diallo fell to Adrian Manarino in the first round. Silic played Shapovalov as well in the first round, where Silic got the victory in 3 sets. While locally, we've got Alex de Minaur headlining a bunch of Aussies in this tournament as well. One of those, Chris, got the win last night as well. James McCabe, you heard of him?
Yes,
No?
Well, I have. I've seen him make the main draw at the Aussie Open, but I saw on the Reddit page you were a big fan of him before his victory, and you thought that he could take. You did. You gave him a chance, and he won. He didn't let you down. You should take credit for that.
Job done. I do. I should have had money on him. Beat Zizou Bergs in the first round. He plays tonight as well, I believe. So, yes, all happening there as well. I'll jump ahead to what I wanted to talk about. Adrian, to you, who are you focusing on, I guess, in the brass season? Not just for your fantasy team, but just in general. We've got Felix Auger-Aliassime here at the top seed. We've got Taylor Fritz in Stuttgart as the top seed over there. Is there anybody who you think out of those top 10, top 15 players you think will do well in the grass season after a very lean clay season for some of those guys?
I'm keeping an eye on Felix Auger-Aliassime. I'm keeping an eye on him for a few reasons. After his loss in Roland Garros, he made some comments about how tough that was on him. I think, as we discussed earlier about Zverev taking his chances, that was his moment to take that chance and do something great. And I think he knew he blew it. And after that loss, he said, made a comment, something along the lines of, look, usually after a loss, I can dust myself off and think about, the positives that come away from that loss and improve and become a better player and all that usual stuff. But he said this time around, it just kind of broke him, and that he was in a bit of a dark place. I'm just paraphrasing there, but something along those lines. So I'm keeping an eye on him to, yes, he is the number one seed. But yeah, how will that affect him moving forward? That's what I'm interested to see. Can he dust himself off and pick himself back up and be resilient and move on? Or is it, will he be fighting some inner demons moving forward? So that has piqued my interest.
He's somebody who should do well on clay. Historically, he's been a bit up and down in previous seasons. I think he's done well in the non-Wimbledon tournaments, but at Wimbledon, not so well off the top of my head. Chris, what about you? Who are you keeping an eye on this grass season?
The first man I'm going to mention is Medvedev, being a two-time semi-finalist at Wimbledon 23 and 24, both losing to the eventual winner in Carlos Alcaraz. I think we're talking about game styles before, and Medvedev being a very flat hitter as well. It'll suit him being at Wimbledon. He's no stranger to the big occasion, so I will be keeping a close eye on him. Hopefully, look, clay's not his strongest strongest surface. No one was really expecting him to make any really strong inroads throughout the clay swing, but I think he probably even outperformed himself, not at Roland Garros, but in the lead-up tournaments. I forgot which one, but he did have a pretty successful campaign. So I will be keeping my eye out on him. The second person I would like to see well is Musetti, if he can get his body right. Musetti's got he's very patient as well, and particularly on his backhand side, he's got a really nice backhand slice. He utilizes it a lot, and I think that alone will take him pretty far on the grass. It was a semi-finalist as well in 2023, so losing to Djokovic, but it just depends on him getting his body right.
Well, he's out of the tournament that I think it was Queens that he was meant to be playing next week, and he's out of that tournament. So not looking good for him at the moment to get back on the park, because he's been fighting the injury curse in 2026.
He might just need a bit more time, or just giving himself extra time. So, yeah, who knows? Who knows the strategy behind it all?
We'll pull up all the outs as well for next week. But if you follow the Talkn Tennis Reddit page, I posted all the outs for next week's tournaments on there, so you can go on there and check it out. But I will bring those up briefly. I'm liking Taylor Fritz. He won Stuttgart last year. He won Eastbourne last year. He was a semi-finalist at Wimbledon, losing to Alcaraz and took a set off him. So I'm just going with raw form. He's played bugger all tennis through the clay season because he hasn't gone past the second round. So he's going to be fresh and maybe unburdened by his recent breakup. So
yeah, I was going to mention that.
Taylor Fritz.
I was going to mention that. What about
it's been all over my Twitter feed. So
the whole breakup factor. I mean, they've been broken up for a while, but now that Morgan Riddle, and I mean, it's quite relevant now. I mean, you're a fucking nobody, so I don't know why she's getting headlines about her
she has
demands.
More followers than he does.
Yeah, but anyway, so I wonder if the breakup between them, if it's going to serve them well or not so well. We've seen with Tsitsipas as well, when Badosa cheated on him, and well, we know how it sort of turned out.
Is that what happened?
It's a rumor. A big black guy she cheated on. She
GMP.
Could be, mate. Could be. Big French baguette. So we'll see. We'll see for Fritz if it how well it pans out, or if it doesn't pan out well. But yeah, I'm not really liking his chances. I mean, last year was last year. It's a totally new year. His knee, he claims it's in good health.
It's probably played, mate. His knee should be fine.
Conditioning, fitness. We'll see, but I don't know. Yes, he's playing tonight against the old Landerloos, my captain, my bold captain.
You have captains, Mr. Landerloos. I think his budget was like 3 points. You've captained a guy. Has he even played on grass before?
No, he hasn't.
ATP level?
He hasn't.
You're captaining a guy who's never played on grass, and he's copped Taylor Fritz in the second round. That is why him captain? You could have gone with anybody. I don't understand.
it was a ballsy move because if he beats Fritz, the draw will open up for him like huge. And for all we know,
Fritz wins, the draw will open up for him as well.
for all we know, though, I don't have Fritz. I don't really give a shit about him. But it was a ballsy play. And for all we know, he might love the grass. He might eat it up. We just don't know.
Don't you wait till he's played again?
No, that's not how you win the ATP Fantasy. You got to be early. You can't buy Yoda after he makes the semi-final in, a thousands tournament. After the hype train has left the station, you got to be early.
Well, that's fair enough. We'll talk about fantasy really quickly. I can't tell you what the rankings were at the end of the clay season. I can only tell you what they are at the moment, a couple of rounds into the new grass swing. But out of the three of us, the winner, the Talkn Tennis podcast for the clay season, and the proud new owner, plus some strings up. Come from behind victory, currently sitting sixth on the Talkn Tennis Podcast League. Remember, if you've got a fantasy team and you want to play in the Talkn Tennis Podcast League, we've got about 74 entrants at last check. The code is 496-UMW6W. So if you want to join. Chris finished the season in 9th position, meaning there are 8 teams above him who are entitled to a pair of Carlos Alcaraz's strings that Chris promised he would ship out to them at the end of the clay season. So if you want the strings, Chris is going to pull them out now. So if you're listening on audio, well, I want strings, not a racket.
You're gonna get a broken string. Yeah, I didn't say how much string you're gonna get. You're gonna get.
talkntennis@gmail.com. Get in contact with us. talkntennis@gmail.com. Send us your name and your address, and Chris will kindly mail some strings out for you. Some of the teams that finished above Chris: TCS Link, Thread of Water, Juices, Budget Builders, Adam at Talkn Tennis Podcast. That's me. Winterfall United and Freyville. So just get in contact with us if you're listening. talkntennis@gmail.com. And you'll get some strings. Chris, what prize are you going to give out for anybody who can beat you in the grass swing season?
I have to get back to you on that one. I don't know. I really got to think it through because clearly last time I didn't think it through and now I'm paying the price for it. So
you said a lot of things that we have to pretend that didn't happen as well.
It was April.
Early.
It was April Fool's, and there is a disclaimer. So you don't like it, call my lawyer and fucking read the T's and C's. What do you want from me? But I will give a shout out to TCS Link because I will honour that. He won the clay season. So TCS Link, if you are listening,
nah, he didn't win the clay season. His scores are bodged. The glitch has not been fixed on the Talkn Tennis Podcast.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
If you click into his team, he hasn't got 16,805 points. If you click into his team, it's 15,125.
So who won the clay swing?
Thread of Water.
All right. Well, that guy, reach out. Reach out to
gmail.com.
Gmail, Reddit, X, plenty of socials. Use your brain. Reach out.
Actually, it might have been Pransky Grand Slam who.
For fuck's sake, make up your mind.
I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know how to work this to actually say, give me the leaderboard at the end of the swing, because now it's just like we're just going to keep rolling for the rest of the year, unfortunately. So, and the scores are bodged. There's a bug. I've asked the community on Reddit, and they've confirmed there are bugs in some of the private leagues where it overstates some teams at the top. So yeah, that guy would be third, not first. TCS Link. I'll tell you what, you're all entitled to some strings, so just reach out.
Oh, great.
I'm pretty sure he only said who finished on top. Wasn't anyone who finished above him.
Right. Pratsky Grand Slam, you were the winner of the clay swing season in the Talkn Tennis podcast. Reach out, talkntennis@gmail.com.
Are you just going down a list? You started with TCS Link, then Thread of Water, now Pratsky.
No, it's just like Pratsky won. Pratsky won. I'm giving it to Pratsky. Pratsky was the winner. I was keeping an eye on it.
Yeah.
Pratsky was the winner.
I'm happy to give it to Pratsky because I've been looking at his team a lot and over the clay swing as well. He yeah. So fair enough. Pratsky, you sound Polish. I'm going Poland soon. Maybe I'll see you in Krakow. But no, reach out. Honestly, reach out. Give us a follow. 5 stars, all that stuff, and then I'll give you some strings.
5 stars. I was going to ask, is Pratsky, is that Czech age or is that Polish? Or
It looks Polish to me, but
does it look Polish?
could be Czech as well. Yeah, don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
First inkling is definitely Polish. But...
Chris, we might be arguing about who won the league, but I'll tell you who didn't win the league. All the way down, 57th on the table, Adrian at Talkn Tennis. No, Adrian.
Rough.
What happened?
I'm not talking about it. I don't want to talk about it. I'm not here to talk about it, mate.
Like a petulant child.
Your team fucked.
Yeah, it did. Watch me come back strong.
Week,
you didn't feel what?
You had one player. Jan-Lennart Struff with 12 points was the only player who scored points for you in week 5. Hamburg.
It's amazing because near the start, after the first few tournaments, you and I, Adam, were down the bottom on par.
Terrible.
Yes, and you just shot up. Imagine if you didn't have such a poor start, you would have won the thing. So
yeah, Cobolli, he tin-assed it. One player carried him 40 spots.
Really? Not really. I mean, yeah, well, it's foresight. I've had Cobolli since week 2. I've invested in Cobolli. I fucked up early, Adrian. I took Alcaraz instead of Sinner, and that was just a disaster.
Yeah, that was me.
So,
yeah.
Sinner, and I think Alcaraz was number 1 at the time, so he was worth 40. Had to sell him at 36 and then rebuy Sinner at 40. So I'm just like, stuffed my budget, picked the wrong player who didn't win early. So, yeah, that's okay. Chris, anybody you're looking forward to watching in your fantasy team other than Kyrgios? Just some interesting names there. Tiafoe, you've been anti-Tiafoe for years.
I have.
I was just surprised to see him in your team. It's a very odd team.
It is. It's all over the place. But with these two,
Herkash, yeah.
It's a strategy. I'm not going to win the league or the competition in 1 week. I needed just to field the team, 6 players that were playing, cheap, affordable, put some money in the bank. That was my strategy, and I need to take some risk. I took Kyrgios. I think I'm probably one of the only people to take Kyrgios. The fact you got a win is a miracle. So the easy points, being a bit bold, being a bit adventurous, being a bit creative.
46 budget points sitting there, ready to be deployed. What are you saving those for, Chris?
Well, Sinner for one.
He's not playing to Wimbledon, so you got that 3 weeks.
Well, the 47's it's not moving. So anyway, but being bold, being creative. Everyone took Bublik, Fritz. Everyone took some just the top seeds, and it's just like, well, who's going to be more motivated to win 250s? It's not going to be like the top 15 or the best 15 players in the world. I reckon it's going to be players somewhere between ranked 20th to 50th, and above. Really, they're your players who need the points. Going to be heavily motivated to win. They're going to be very invested. It's not the top players. They couldn't give a shit. So that's my thinking anyway. And you're going to say, Adam, well, if you're playing, shouldn't you just be motivated regardless? It's not. It's very nuanced. It's not as binary as yes or no.
Not what I was going to say at all.
Okay.
Forgot what I was going to say now. I was going to say half of these players have barely played in the last month, so I think they'll just be motivated out of the fact that they haven't been playing.
Well, I've given you my strategy. That's the way I've interpreted it. And honestly, I built my team with 3 hours to go, and I was like, yep, that'll do. So
fair enough. He's got Alex de Minaur as well, Adrian, which I'm sure you'll be happy to see.
Yeah. I saw, was it Presky?
Captain.
Oh, no, it wasn't Presky.
Someone had him captain.
Someone had him captain, one of the top players.
Yeah.
de Minaur captain.
Yes. TC Essling has him as captain.
He won't be fake first for a while. Yeah, That guy's got a weird team. He's got Taylor Fritz on the bench, top seed on the bench. Interesting. Kyrgios drops out of the top 100 as well this week as well, which will absolutely destroy my point. So, fucking disaster. Let's talk about something that Chris is really going to love talking about. The WTA, not just the WTA, but WTA Queen's Club. All the news this week. Serena Williams, she's back, the 23-time Grand Slam champion, stepped on court for her first competitive match in almost 4 years at Queen's, teaming up with Canadian teenager Victoria Mboko in the doubles, and the wildcard pair did not muck around, knocking off the third seeds, Chris. Nicole Malakia Martinez and Erin Rutleff, 7-6, 6-2. Some unfortunate news, though, overnight with Mboko retiring in a singles match. It appears they may potentially need to withdraw, if they haven't already, from their doubles pairing, leaving Serena stranded. Some of the singles as well is underway this week. Top seed Elena Rybakina headlines the field, as well as 2025 Wimbledon finalist Amanda Ananisova. Chris, what did you think about Serena's grand return to the tennis court? I thought they were really, really solid.
Grand return. You want to call that a grand return, do you?
Yeah, it's like
playing
fan stadium.
Women's doubles 500 event. That's a grand return. I don't think you can make a grand
woman.
I don't think grand returns and doubles exist. I don't think they're synonymous. So until she gets on the singles court, that's when I'll probably start paying more attention to her. But I don't really give it much weight or credit much success if she's playing doubles.
Wow. Shot down in flames instantly. What about you, Adrian? You excited to see Serena back on court?
Not particularly. I'll be interested to see if she doubles in singles. I'll be keen to see that. But yeah, not so much for the doubles, to be honest. Yeah. You're just relying on your partner, do all the heavy lifting for now. She's just relying on her experience. Yeah, no, I want to see how she goes on the singles.
Okay. Maybe she's potentially warming up for a singles run later in the year.
What do you think, Adam?
That's fantastic to see her back on court. I think anytime you see a champion of the game coming back and playing the game, I think it's a good thing. She's drawn into big crowds. She won a match. She's obviously being competitive, and I think this is all a big warm-up for a singles run later in the year, likely at the US Open. So I say bring it on. Generates interest, generates fanfare, and she can't do worse than her sister.
No, I don't think anyone can.
So I say bring it on. All for champions returning to the sport. Tony Lockett, Serena Williams. That's all I got at the moment. Michael Jordan.
Just John Farnham.
John Farnham. I'm all for legends just never retiring and forever coming back. At the end of the day, she can do whatever she likes. If she wants to play, she can play. No one's stopping her from playing. So, who was that? There was a male tennis player. He's playing challenger tournaments in his mid to late 40s, about a decade ago. I can't remember his name, but I'm gonna look it up after this and mention him as well.
Okay.
You do that, says Chris.
Yeah.
Very good. Chris, Elena Rybakina.
Yes.
Do you think she'll rebound from a disappointing clay season? And do you think she's somebody we should be keeping an eye on the women's side for Wimbledon and the grass season in general?
Well, she won her maiden Grand Slam at Wimbledon. So, yes, you need to be watching out for Elena at Wimbledon. No doubt about it. You got to look out for past champions, no matter where their form is at. So, yep, don't discount her. Clay's not her strongest suit as well.
Yeah. What about you, Adrian? Anyone on the women's side that you're keeping an eye on? Not just for Queens, but for grass season in general as we approach Wimbledon.
Yeah, it's interesting if Mirra can continue that run of form. But I'm actually interested to see what Marta Kostyuk can conjure up.
Favorite now.
Yeah, after a great clay swing. You can't deny that. Pretty much only lost one match. Was that right? In that clay So you can't argue with that. She was in hot form. Can she transfer that to the grass section, which will be interesting to see. As I mentioned earlier in the pod, Iga has a lot of points to defend. Same with Anna Masova. So, I didn't realize that they had so many points to defend in the first place. So, I haven't on the Anna Masova. Her form hasn't been too crash hot lately. So, I don't know.
She's been dealing with a lot of injuries as well.
Yeah.
So that hasn't helped her. So she's going to have to get over that as well.
Yeah, so there's a few to keep an eye on. Yeah, I'm just interested to see how they navigate through that. And if Mirra can continue that form, which, I hope she does. Yeah, I'd love for someone to knock Sabalenka off that number one spot. Getting a bit tired of seeing her in number one.
Well, who do you think it could be? Is it Andreeva?
I'll tell you who it's not going to be. Rybakina.
Wow. Why do you say that?
I don't know. Just something, I don't know. Ask me again in 10 minutes and I'll probably change my mind. Who knows? I feel like she's been up there battling, contending with her for such a long time and just hasn't been able to had the ranking points up before got rid of her. Yeah, she just hasn't been able to take that extra step to knock her off. And I just don't think it's going to happen now. And I just think a newcomer will eventually come up and do the job for her.
Unless she gets an injury. AO. But she beat her at the AO.
She did, but it's consistency over many tournaments. Yeah, which that's the name of the game.
Does Vukov need to go?
I think he needs to go regardless.
I know.
They got a very toxic relationship. It's for someone that's so calm and cool and expressionless, but when she does show it, it's like whoa, you can feel the tension when she's looking at the box, and he's another fucking ice cool character as well. like not clapping or he's just like disinterested or interesting chemistry in them too.
Yeah.
For the record as well, Adrian Anosova was a finalist at Queen's last year and obviously lost Wimbledon last year as well.
Double bageled
to Iga Swiatek. So that's her shitload of points to defend as well. And I forgot last year as well, finalist at the US Open to Sabalenka. Not quite Babel, but lost to that one. So got a lot of points to defend coming up later in the year. So potentially more spots for Andreeva to climb. Score check, Chris?
3-3 between Hijikata and Tiafoe.
Oh, Hijikata, the Aussies. 2 Aussies in action right now. James Duckworth against Yuri Lehechka and Tiafoe against Hijikata, both 3-3.
And McCabe as well.
McCabe.
McCabe. McCrab. What do you want to call him?
Call him McCabe, mate.
What's Shapovalov's name again?
Shapovalov.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just edit all this out of the podcast, obviously, Chris, when you do your edit.
I'm making this the intro.
Very good. All right, it's the top of the hour. And that means one thing. It means 2 things. It means Chris is going to hit the hay very soon. It's going to be a big day tomorrow with the children. But it also means it's time for Battle of the Spuds. Still waiting for that music, Chris.
Me?
We'll pass.
Adrian's the videographer in this whole thing that we've got going here.
You promised me 2 things, strings and music, and I have yet to see any of those. So. Maybe
I'm still trying to figure out what ASMR means, all right? Until I figure that out. You're not getting no fucking music.
All the Spuds, of course, our favourite segment of the podcast where these 2 Spuds battle it out in a quiz and who am I question. Chris got a much-needed victory last week. It was the much-needed victory of his life. Still trails 7-11. 7-11. The 2026 Battle of the Spuds tournament. So hopefully it's one of more to come for Chris to even it up. But fortunately for Chris, it's his specialty subject tonight.
It is.
Queen's Club WTA edition.
No, I'm only good at the ATP. Like WTA, forget about it. Anyway,
Sorry. Next week is the ATP edition when the men go to Queen's Club next week. So this week it's the WTA edition. 6 multiple choice questions, and then of course we will end on the Who Am I, the always topical Who Am I. Chris has got a couple of names, I reckon, loaded up in the chamber already, ready to shoot.
Yeah.
Early days. He doesn't think about answering the question. He just spends his time thinking about what I'm thinking about. And not even I know what I'm thinking about. So I don't know how he's doing that.
it's pretty easy when I just look at your Reddit posts.
Yes, that's true. That's true. If you want to follow a non-communist Reddit page, just go to reddit.com/Talkn Tennis podcast. I won't pull your posts down like they do on some other tennis-related forums.
Just call them out.
Yeah.
Well, just call them out.
Yeah. What are you scared of,
I'm
mate?
I'm trying to be vague and innocuous.
I think the listeners want to know.
The listeners need to know that our tennis is the biggest shitty subject page I've ever seen in my life. They have more rights in North Korea than you do as a poster on the R tennis page. Talk positively about Zverev, you get your post pulled down. Talk negatively about Djokovic, post pulled down. It's a fucking regime over there.
The cult.
Absolute regime. They're running a dictatorship over there. So reddit.com/Talkn Tennis podcast. If you're a Reddit enthusiast and you want to talk about tennis, you can just post freely on my subreddit page. I have run rule. The rule is rules are made to be broken, so why bother having them in the first place? That is your one rule. There is no rules. Just say what you want. You're free to libertarian page. Nah, okay. That's my plug for Reddit. Gentlemen, if we're ready, could we open the chat box?
Yes, I have to open up my...
Adrian, where's your chat box? I don't see it.
There we are.
There's always one every week. Fucking Adrian, not ready. It's got a
First time ever.
4-point lead and he's slipping, ladies and gentlemen. It's not good. It's not good. All right. Hope you both done your homework on the WTA Queens
Oh, mate.
tournament history.
Watch out.
Adrian sips his Kirk's lemonade. Question 1. Tatiana Maria won the 2025 Queen's Club title as a qualifier. What was her world ranking when she entered the tournament? Was it A, 72, B, 86, C, 99, or D, 102? Tatiana Maria won the 2025 Queen's Club title as a qualifier. What was her world ranking when she entered a tournament? A, 72, B, 86, C, 99, or D, 102? Both gentlemen have locked in B, 86. They've both been doing their homework because B86 is correct. Very good, lads. Maria was also on a 9-match losing streak heading into the tournament. She won 7 matches in 9 days, dropped just 1 set across the entire week, and beat 4 top 20 players. Adrian will love this. By the time she lifted the trophy, she entered the top 50 from 86, as you do. Much to Adrian's lack of understanding about how rankings work.
I understand how
so much. Doesn't understand why you won so much after you win the WEC final.
I get it now.
You get it?
Fast learner.
Yeah. Very good. Both on the board, 1 point each. Question 2. Tatiana Maria's victory in 2025 made her the oldest woman to win a WTA 500 singles title. Who held that record before her? Is it A, Venus Williams, B, Kim Clijsters, C, Serena Williams, or D, Martina Navratilova? Maria's victory last year made her the oldest woman in history to win a WTA 500 singles title. Who held that record before her? Whose record did she break? A, Venus Williams, B, Kim Clijsters, C, Serena Williams, or D, Martina Navratilova? Adrian has locked his answer in. Chris is deliberating. Chris copies Adrian by looking in D, Martina Navratilova. They're both incorrect. The answer or C, Serena Williams? Of course it was C, Serena Williams. Serena Williams hit the previous benchmark by winning Auckland in 2020, age 38. So there you go.
Jeez.
Oh, Serena breaking records left, right, and centre. It's still going at age 44 as well. Question 3. After more than half a century away, women's professional tennis returned to Queen's Club in London in 2025. When was the last time a women's singles champion was crowned at the venue? Was it A, 1973, B, 1983, C, 1993, or D, 2003?
Can you repeat the question?
The Women's Queen's Club returned to London in 2025. When was the last time a women's singles champion was crowned at the venue? A, 1973, B, 1983, C, 1993, D, 2003. Adrian looking at me perplexed. I don't know what he's staring at. As Chris is looking into E, 2003. Adrian, shut up. Looking in A, 1973. The answer.
That's
You're
what I
paying
was looking at
attention.
you.
If Adrian is paying attention, is A, 1973. I really gotta do better with these questions moving forward. After the 1973 final, the LTA, Chris looks puzzled. The LTA relocated the women's events at Eastbourne because Queen's Club was struggling to stage both men's and women's tournaments at the same venue simultaneously. Adrian, just put Chris out of his misery already.
Adam gave away the answer when he said that the tournament has been out for half a century. And then he proceeded to continue on with the question and then told us the dates. So, of course, it's going to be around the 70s.
Yeah.
That's not dumb. I originally had this question written differently, and then I forgot to change the start of it.
Well, I think you're on watch today, Adam.
Yeah. It's not good enough, to be honest. It's pathetic.
These shit questions. I just blanked out entirely the first time you read out the question. That's why I needed you to say it again. Anyway,
Adrian picked up on the mistake. Yes, and he capitalised on it. He leads 2-1. Hopefully the questions. Hopefully I'm not giving away anything else later on. We'll soon find out. Question 4. How much prize money did Olga Morozova receive for winning the 1973 Queen's Club title? A, £100, B, £1,000, C, £10,000, or D, £100,000? What do you think the prize money was for winning Queen's Club as a woman? 1973. A, £100, B, £1,000, C, £10,000, or D, £100,000?
Oh, you think it's B or C? 1,000 or 10,000?
Could be £100. Could be £100,000. Could be a lot of money.
So.
No, I don't think so either.
10,000. It have to be at least 10,000. Yeah, but they are.
I think it's £10,000. See, the answer was B, £1,000. I don't know what that is, inflation adjusted. I didn't do that math. Probably, thankfully, I didn't. I would have fucked it up. The 1973 tournament was sponsored by a tobacco company. Rain sent matches indoors onto a slippery wooden court, and players took public transport to the venue as well. Some fun facts about the 1973 Queen's Club tournament. A measly £1,000. So there you go. Come a long way, the women's game, haven't they, Chris?
Yeah, good for them.
Adrian holds his 2.2 lead. Chris just looks disgusted after missing that question earlier after I gave away the answer. Question 5.
Come on.
He's scanning it. Fuck. Chris, how about we just abandon? It's just in protest.
Let's just make our own podcast.
In solidarity. Let's just...
We might need to. Question 5. The women's event was discontinued after 1973 and relocated to another British city. Where did the LTA move it to? A, Birmingham, B, Bristol, C, Brighton, or D, Eastbourne? The women's event was discontinued after 1973 and relocated to another British city. Where did the LTA move it to? A, Birmingham, B, Bristol, C, Brighton, D, Eastbourne? you both know this because I gave it away earlier?
Yeah. You said Eastbourne.
I gave it away. I did. Fuck it up again. The answer is D, Eastbourne. I'm just feeling sorry for you both, so I'm both giving you answers.
It just Eastbourne just sounded so familiar for some reason.
You literally said it like 5 minutes ago. How the tournament moved
Yeah.
to Eastbourne.
Yes. Yes.
Anyway,
very good.
Come on.
Should have had this question earlier. Adrian leads 3-2. So I think Uello goes better than this. Question 6. Some Queen's Club members attempted to block the return of the women's event in 2025. And Chris was leading the charge. What was the reason given for their opposition? Was it A, they objected to the grass courts being used for 2 consecutive weeks? B, they felt the women's draw was not strong enough for the venue's prestige? C, they were not consulted before the club struck a deal with WTA? Or D, they wanted the prize money to remain unequal between the men's and women's draws? Both men locking in C. They are both correct. Very good. Do you remember that one, Chris? Is that why you got it?
No, it just seems like something a woman would do. They need to be consulted.
It was the most logical answer.
It was the most logical answer, and it was the correct answer. They've both done really well in today's quiz, partly because I just gave away the answers partway through the quiz, but that's okay. Adrian, what are you leading? You're leading 4-3.
Yeah. It's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. I'm going to get it for 5 points.
5 points. Chris has called his shot. Just doing a score check, just to make sure. 4-3. Adrian leads.
We know.
Chris, we know.
We know.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Can I say?
Who am I?
Can I say my answer now?
You can say it after I say for 5 points.
All right.
Are you really going to shoot your shot?
No, I'm not.
That's unbelievable. We're going to start hard on 5 points. Going to get easier as we go along. Yell your name really loudly when you know the answer. For 5 points, my father was inspired to get his kids into tennis after watching a Romanian player win a Grand Slam tournament on television in 1978. He coached me and my sibling in our early years, taking us to public courts riddled with potholes and sometimes missing nets. I was deliberately kept away from the junior tournament circuit as a teenager, wary of burnout and driven by something bigger. For 5 points, when I was 9 years old, my family moved to West Palm Beach, Florida.
Chris.
So that I could train. Chris, with 4 points, who am I?
Serena Williams.
I am Serena Williams. That is correct. It's just got into my mind. It was too predictable this week. Congratulations, Chris. Is that who you had on the mind?
No, it wasn't. I was going to pick Leighton Hewitt. But you said sibling, Florida.
Leighton Hewitt?
Yeah, why Leighton?
He's won Queens. Yeah, he knows the grass. Anyway, didn't matter.
Is that who you had?
I had Serena in mind at the start, but I had no idea that this was leading to Serena at that point. Yeah.
Well, he said sibling, era 1970. Yeah, you said it for 5 points twice, by the way. You said it for 5 points, and then, anyway.
You know what threw me when you said Romanian, and now I just started thinking about Romanian players, and I'm like, oh, is it that Kirstea or, yeah, that threw me off the Serena scent.
Keep going, Adam. Read the rest out.
I don't really want to read the rest, but I feel like there's going to be just
errors,
just things that are wrong, and just errors and things that are wrong in there.
For 3 points, I came out of retirement last week.
Held all 4 Grand Slam titles in 2003 and again in 2015. Last major titles in 2017, Aussie Open. Finished my career with 23 Grand Slam titles, the most of any woman in the Open era. All the Grand Slam victories, we all know what they are. By 2 points, you would have got it.
Yeah,
it was just we could go in and get it right at the start.
Chrissy with the comeback.
Chrissy with 2 in a row. I've got to be less predictable. Maybe I'm just going to go full random next.
That was pretty poor, Adam, picking Serena Williams for that.
It's topical. He does do topical.
It's topical.
It's too easy. It's too easy.
There's always somebody not happy.
This
Adrian, you still lead.
This Battle of the Spuds is a fucking joke today. I'll tell you what. An absolute farce. Jesus. throwing answers away. No.
Which only you got, by the way. Which only you got. He didn't get it.
It doesn't matter. Oh, fucking hell.
I'm checking if you're paying attention, Adrian.
Yeah.
Clearly, I wasn't.
Clearly, Chris wasn't. All right, I'll tell you what. Next week, it won't be topical. It's going to be a player that is just going to be from left field. Player you haven't heard of. Or maybe you have heard of them. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we'd need to have heard of him at least. Otherwise, we can't guess it.
Oh, you haven't heard of them recently. Or they're not in the forefront of your mind.
Mm.
Yeah, it could be Zizou Birds. You don't know. This could be somebody random who's got no reason to be in this. I could do Gaston Gaudio. Yeah.
How about you do Zeballos? That young rookie.
I should have done Zeballos. Get that junior doubles title way back in 2009.
Speaking.
Adrian, I'm not sure if you've got any parting words you want to say to your legions of fans, or you just wanted to, I don't know, enlighten us on any Substacks or blogs that you might have been reading of late.
Yes, I will enlighten to all of our viewers with the next installment of Greg's journal. So, The Return, the Review, and the Unexpected Drop Shot. He's titled this one. It's, hey team, Greg here. Yeah, back in Ohio, Florida tan has faded, humidity is gone, emotional confusion remains. It's been a strange few weeks, so I'll start with a professional situation. I had my meeting with HR, as you may recall. Now, I'll admit, walking into that room, I thought it was going to be about my passion for tennis. I thought they'd say, Greg, your enthusiasm has been incredible. We love your commitment. Unfortunately, they did not say that. They said, Greg, several employees have raised concerns. Apparently, telling people on the factory floor that their work performance was a 5-set battle was not considered motivational. Apparently, when someone dropped a box, I said, that's a pretty big unforced error, Steve. And Steve did not appreciate the feedback. And also, apparently, asking the afternoon shift, what are we doing to improve our second serve percentage, is not normal workplace discussion. I explained that tennis teaches resilience, and HR explained that the workplace is not Roland Garros, and we reached a compromise. I am no longer allowed to bring my racket onto the factory floor. It's a disappointing ruling. The good news, I've been trying to move forward, joined a local tennis group, met some new people, had a hit with a few partners, and look, they're all good, really good. But I'm going to be honest, nobody is Samantha. For all of the viewers, Samantha is Derek's wife. Nobody has the same rhythm, that same understanding, that ability to know exactly where the ball.
Intercourse, by the way.
Yes. Ability to know exactly where the ball's going before I even hit it. One guy I played with last week told me, Greg, you don't have to apologize every time you miss. That's when I realized he didn't understand me. Miss Samantha, I never had to explain. She just got it. I've been thinking about messaging her, opened the chat probably 15 times, typed, deleted, typed again, even drafted. Hey, Samantha, hope Florida's treating you well. How's the tennis? Simple, normal, mature. Then I thought maybe, hey, Samantha, just checking in, been working on my serve, still thinking about our sessions. Too much. Then deleted to, hey, Samantha, also too much somehow. I was stuck until yesterday. I was sitting at home watching the tennis, trying not to overanalyze everything when my phone buzzed. I assumed it was HR following up from our meeting, or maybe Derek finally asking about the doubles match. It wasn't. It was Samantha. One message. No explanation, no build-up. Just, hey, I'm in Ohio. I froze. Then another message came through. Can you pick me up from the airport? I don't know why she's here. Don't know what it means. Don't know what she's told Derek, but I do know one thing. The Ohio tennis scene is about to get very interesting. For the first time in weeks, I'm not thinking about my serve. I'm thinking about what happens when Samantha walks out of arrivals. Stay tuned. Earn your serves. Greg.
Yeah, Greg's going to get it.
Greg.
Fucking Greg. The
Jeez.
Chronicles of Greg.
It's poor
When you
Derek.
think it's going one way, it
Mm.
twists another way.
Poor Derek. What does he think of all this?
Mate, this Greg's got some serious game. I could really learn some things from Greg.
I reckon.
Man.
Greg
Yeah,
must
go.
be a bit of a looker, Adrian. Have you caught a picture of Greg? Does he leave a water profile at the bottom of your screen?
Surely.
Yeah.
Do you need to share your screen? Do you need to share your screen?
Oh, next week, boys. Next week.
All right,
Yeah.
you show us next week.
Show us next week. But again, shout out to all of our US listeners, of course.
Yeah.
Particularly big spike in Wisconsin and Nevada. Yeah, great job.
Thanks, Nevada. Thanks for Wisconsin. Stuttgart as well, Adrian. We saw it spike.
Big spike.
Last week as well, in anticipation obviously of Kyrgios' return.
Big spike in Roland Garros in Paris.
Yeah, always. Very good. Chris, I don't know what Instagram. I don't know what social platform you're focusing on this week. It's
I'm all over the place.
All your fans across all the social media platforms that you're just dominating at the moment.
Yeah, I'm spreading myself very thin. Across YouTube, X. Yeah, it's a full-time gig, but it's our commitment to the cause of just tennis and just bringing you all the news, all the laughs, and just all the drama. So stay tuned, keep your eyes peeled, and we'll just keep delivering magnificent content to you all.
Certainly will. Just Talkn Tennis podcast on every single social media platform that you can think of. Just type that in and you'll find us. And one more shout out for Reddit as well. Again, if you want to go on Reddit and you don't want to be moderated, there's only one subreddit on Reddit that you need. It's the Talkn Tennis podcast subreddit. That's the place you go to if you don't want to be moderated or treated like North Korea. So yes, catch us there. Thank you to everybody who's made it this far on the podcast. And if you're still here at an hour and 20 minutes, well, that's on you, but we appreciate your support. Help us out, as always, by leaving us a 5-star review on Spotify or by following us on all the other streaming platforms like Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Buzzsprout, Music.ly, Hinge, Bumble, and all the other platforms out there that exist and the ones I just made up. We will catch you next week, as always, for more tennis talk. Good evening and good night.